happened if you would have fought Mike Tyson?
I call him Mike Nightmare Tyson. That guy was a nightmare in the ring. I mean, really, if he missed you with his left, then missed you with his right, he'd bite you.
You know, when I go down there, I feel it. He really hit hard. It's the hardest I ever been hit.
It is the hardest here.
The hardest of my whole career, man.
Mike Tyson in the 80s wasn't stepping into the ring as a boxer. He was stepping in as a nightmare you couldn't wake up from. One cold glare from him was enough to send shivers down the spine of anyone across the ropes. And when that opening bell echoed, it wasn't the start of a fight. It was the sound of doom. Men didn't square up against Tyson. They lined up to play the part of the victim. Stick with us for the next 18 minutes as we relive every single first-round demolition delivered by the one and only Iron Mike Tyson, Hector Mercedes, March 1985. At just 18 years old, Tyson entered his professional debut like a predator finally freed from the cage. Before Mercedes could even settle in, Tyson was already cutting off every angle, trapping him with relentless pressure. Then came the hooks, each one exploding like a bat cracking against bone, echoing through the arena with raw violence. Mercedes had nothing left to offer. No strategy, no solution. Even his instincts to survive betrayed him in the storm of Tyson's assault. Just 5 weeks after his debut, Tyson returned, and Singleton unknowingly stepped onto the set of a nightmare. The jab came first, razor sharp, like unlocking the door to danger, and right behind it followed the hooks, crashing in like the monster bursting out of the shadows.
The Russians weren't there. If Tyson had been there, trust me, he'd have won a gold as well. It's Tyson in white, Trent Singleton in the blue with a gold trim. We're in round one. Well, we didn't get much of a chance to see Tyson. What he had to offer.
Singleton staggered, his legs betraying him, no longer answering the call to stand and fight.
He gets a mandatory 8 under New York State Athletic Commission rules. And already, from what little we've seen of Mike Tyson in his pro career, down goes Singleton again, left hook this time. This boy is tough. Doesn't throw many jabs.
At just 52 seconds in, the referee had no choice but to step in, calling it off before the spectacle turned into something far too brutal to watch.
Hooks to head and body, and he's just a perpetual motion machine so far. This isn't going to go too long. Trent Singleton in all sorts of trouble. We're already in round one. The referee humanely has seen enough.
Ricardo Spain, June 1985. Ricardo Spain stepped through the ropes, but Tyson never even let him get settled before sending him straight back out.
Mike Tyson, 3 fights, 3 wins, 2 inside a round, and the last one in his brief pro career hits like a steam hammer. As Ricardo Spain has already found out, boy, that was quick, boy, that was fast, boy, that was hard. And the ref takes a very clean look at the...
In just 39 seconds, Tyson's punches turned the bout into a lightning-fast demolition.
The eyes of the giveaway. Oh, left, the legs have gone. This is all over. Yes, it is. I don't believe it. That's well inside a minute. Spain can't believe it. Tyson, absolutely.
Lorenzo Kennedy, August 1985. Barely 2 months later, Kennedy found himself questioning if stepping into the ring with Tyson was the biggest mistake of his career.
Kennedy. Now Kennedy is a boxer but gets knocked down with the first left hook he takes. Look at the power already from Mike Tyson. Mandatory 8 count. 7. Given by Joe Cortez.
The referee gave him an 8 count, but truthfully, it looked more like 8 borrowed seconds to prepare his goodbye.
Kennedy's hands are really very low, and Tyson, you have to like how poised he is right here. He is picking his shots well. He is hurting. This one could be over. It is. Joe Cortez stops it. perfect timing by Joe Cortez. That was right when he saw that last right hand.
Michael Johnson, September 1985. Johnson may have stepped in thinking he'd get around to settle in, but Tyson made it clear there would be no warm-up, only destruction.
Michael Jack Johnson. Round number 1, scheduled 6, but hold on to your hats. Nobody thinks it's going to go that far. There he goes. He's just going to pull his way in.
Just 39 seconds in, Johnson was flat on the canvas, almost questioning if the ring had swallowed him whole.
23-pound weight advantage,
and he put it all there.
The right to the head, and it's all over. Goodbye.
I hope he's not hurt because that was a brutal, wide-open punch.
He did not have his guard up.
Donnie Long, October 1985.
I feel I can outbox Tyson. I plan on boxing Tyson too. I think that I can box as good as he can, and I'll keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch if not better than Tyson.
Will this be a win that puts Donnie Long back into the heavyweight picture?
This will be a win to let everybody know that Donnie Long is back.
Next in line was Donnie Long. He walked in wearing confidence on his face, but truth be told, he would have been safer never leaving the locker room.
In the white, and the red and the gold is Donnie Long, and Tyson goes right into the left hand.
Long beat the count of 3, but his expression had already confessed. Stepping in with Tyson was a terrible mistake.
9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right hand barrage again.
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but
And
give
he
Tyson
is down,
credit.
and
That's
maybe
it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring.
Make no mistake about
Robert Coley, October 1985. Robert Coley stepped in thinking he was there to challenge Tyson's abilities, but instead he ended up as just another brutal clip on Tyson's growing highlight reel.
Win in his last fight. Already we can see Tyson giving away height at 6'3". Left hook, good night. What a great shot. There's a mandatory 8. They keep wheeling him out. He keeps knocking him over.
Sterling Benjamin, November 1985. Sterling Benjamin stepped in with a smart plan. Keep Tyson at bay with the jab, control the distance. For a split second, it seemed like it might work, but just 24 seconds later, Tyson tore through that strategy like it never existed.
Fight number 11 for Mike Tyson, Sterling Benjamin. The opponent, Tyson, in the dark blue trunks. Tyson's 11th fight. 10 wins, 7 inside round 1. Did I say 7? Make that. Sterling Benjamin just beats the count. On they go. Is he going to make the belt? Somehow, you know, I just kind of doubt it. There's only so much punishment anybody can take. That is the limit of Sterling Benjamin's endurance. The referee was just about to step in anyway.
I was a little leery. I knew I was in the... You know, when I go down there, I feel it. He really hit hard. It's the hardest I ever been hit.
It is the hardest here.
The hardest of my whole career, man.
Eddie Richardson, November 1985. On November 13th, 1985, Tyson faced Eddie Richardson. A tall, rangy fighter convinced his reach and jab would keep the young phenom under control, but Tyson wasn't there to box patiently. He was there to end it fast.
Contest to see how Richardson attempts to use that advantage in height and reach.
The fight ended at 117 of the very first round, with Tyson strolling off like it was routine business. Meanwhile, Richardson was left wishing he'd skipped work that day.
Cavado, of course. Right hand by Tyson. Oh, my. First punch he threw.
What took him so long?
Eddie Richardson looking at the...
Everybody predicts a great future. If they can find some fights, then...
Left hand almost drove Richardson right through the canvas.
He not only knocked him down, but he absolutely carried him through the air.
And it's over.
Sammy Scaff, December 1985. On December 6th, 1985, Tyson stepped in against Sammy Scaff, a heavyweight who found out almost instantly what it truly meant to stand across from Iron Mike.
Tyson already
coming in, got in a short left hook. There's the big...
Scaff rose to one knee by the count of 8, but every movement in his body already admitted the fight was lost.
Tyson does not throw wild punches. Big left hook. And there is Scaff down. 3, 4. The count is 5. For the rest of the 6. The count is 7. This one's over. 9. This one is over. It's all over. He tried to make it.
Mark Young, January 1986. On December 27, 1985, Tyson faced Mark Young, a man who swore he wouldn't back down and came out throwing leather from the opening bell. For a brief moment, it seemed like he might test the 19-year-old knockout phenom, but Tyson had something very different in mind.
He's a young, strong guy. He jumps right on his opponents, and
a low right from Young.
That's it.
A little phantom. He's gone. It's over. First round. Mike Tyson of Catskill, New York.
David Jacko, January 1986. On January 11th, 1986, Tyson squared off with David Jacko, a much taller fighter who thought his reach and jab could tame the teenage wrecking machine. It was the kind of mistake opponents only make once.
But, well, here's another person who could stretch. He's knocked out Razor Ruddock. Can't fault this quality of opponent for Mike Tyson. This guy, 19 wins, 15 inside the distance. He can punch, he's durable, he's got high...
From that moment, Tyson attacked like a predator, closing in on wounded prey. Smelling the finish, he unleashed a storm of hooks and uppercuts, pinning Jacko in the corner. Then came the final blow, a short, vicious right hand that sent Jacko crashing down for the 3rd time.
Yeah, he wouldn't win this fight. It's not if, it's when Mike Tyson wins. And when could be literally any second. He's taken 2 counts. 3, it's all over.
Reggie Gross, June 1986. On June 13th, 1986, Tyson stepped in against Reggie Gross, a brawler with a reputation for charging forward with bad intentions. And true to form, Gross came out throwing bombs. But the instant he hesitated to reset, Tyson erupted with violence. A blistering left hook detonated on Gross's jaw, sending him crashing down to the canvas. William Hosea, June 1986. On June 28, 1986, Tyson squared off with William Hosea, and from the very first bell, he left no doubt about his intentions.
Have gone the full 10-round trip. So, is this going to follow suit? Mark you, Reggie Gross only lasted 1 round in his last fight, so maybe not. We shall see. Hosea in the blue.
Halfway into the round, Tyson spotted the gap he'd been stalking all along.
Good right uppercut, and once again, the legs twitch. Hosea in trouble. And down. The crowd, as you would expect for the local boy, this is upstate New York.
Marvis Frazier, July 1986. Frazier had barely settled into the fight before it was already over. Just 30 seconds in, Tyson shut down his entire night with a single ruthless finish.
Like Marvis's father, Joe, Marvis must move or we're going to be out of here very, very quickly. Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt.
Frazier is down. Joe Cortez moves in to have a look, and he's going to stop the fight.
Michael Spinks, June 1988. In a sport where battles are meant to last rounds, Tyson decided 91 seconds was more than enough. One crushing uppercut to the chin, and Spinks took the fast track straight to the canvas.
And 8. That was a body shot that took him down. Here comes Mike, spikes in. He leads to the right hand. Down he goes. I don't think he'll get up from this. Mike Spinks is laying flat on his back. The count is up to 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. He won't be able to do it. It's all over. Mike Tyson.
Carl Williams, July 1989. July 21st, 1989, Atlantic City was the battleground. Carl "The Truth" Williams stepped in armed with reach, a stiff jab, and the belief he could outbox the champ. His strategy? Keep Tyson at distance, use angles, and fight smart.
The people in Williams' corner are sincerely worried about what he does in the first 30 seconds against the Tyson onslaught. And it would appear that the strategy...
But against Iron Mike, strategy only lasts until he sees daylight. Then it's gone in an instant.
That jab is so strong, that should help him as long as he keeps that right hand up and watch Tyson's left hook, which is a powerful punch.
Tyson detonated a blistering left hook, clean, precise, and brutal. It slammed square against Williams' jaw, and in an instant, the challenger was launched backward, crashing flat onto the canvas. Henry Tillman, June 1990. After the stunning upset against Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson came back with fire in his eyes and a point to prove. Standing across from him was Henry Tillman, an Olympic gold medalist and the man who once handed Tyson a loss in the amateurs. This wasn't just another matchup. For Tyson, it was unfinished business. This was redemption, and it was personal.
Tyson has been a very determined fighter and part of his career, and he does look third man in the ring. Has got his work cut out with Mike Tyson. Oh, the right hand! I doubt if he'll be able to get up from this. He hit him flush on the jaw with the right hand. It's up to 6 and 7 and 8.
Alex Stewart, December 1990. Half a year after crushing Henry Tillman, Mike Tyson was back under the lights, this time against Alex Stewart, a big man with heavy hands and a reputation for knockouts. But the real question wasn't about Stewart's power, it was whether he could withstand the hurricane that always came when Tyson launched his opening attack.
Stay in the corner, Michael.
Stewart has stated categorically that he knows he needs to keep throwing punches to try to keep Tyson occupied. If he stops throwing, he'll be dead. Tyson lands a right and another. This could be.
Or else it's just a question of a few seconds.
That'll do it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're forgetting that the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. This fight is over.
Bruce Seldon, July 1996. After serving his time and stepping back into the spotlight, Mike Tyson returned to the ring with the entire boxing world locked in. Across from him stood WBA champion Bruce Seldon under the bright lights of Las Vegas. It was Tyson's aura of intimidation against Seldon's fragile reputation, and everyone knew something explosive was about to happen.
Scheduled for 12, and Tyson comes right out, right into Bruce Seldon.
Bruce has used that jab, but already got hit with a hook. He's got to step to it once in a while.
A left hook by Mike Tyson already.
Less than 60 seconds into the fight, Tyson fired a compact right hand that clipped the side of Seldon's head.
He had a nice long rest there, but he has felt.
Back comes Seldon. And Tyson with a left hook, and Seldon is down on his stomach.
Steve, there are 2 unalterable truths in boxing. If you have a great chin, you don't have a great chin, you can't get one. You can't buy one or learn one.
Oh, forget it. He's wobbly.
Lo Savarese, June 2000. On a cold night in Glasgow, Scotland, Mike Tyson entered the ring to face the towering Lou Savarese. Standing 6'5", Savarese had the height, the reach, and the frame of a giant, but Tyson carried something far more dangerous, raw ferocity, and the kind of aura that made opponents believe a single second could end their night.
21 first round victories. Is this going to be another of them, you wonder? Julius Francis at every punch. Julius Francis said every punch that Tyson threw was like a kick from a horse, and the first one he throws is a left hook that puts Savarese on the floor and looks badly shaken up from it.
Clifford Etienne, February 2003. This fight marked the final victory of Mike Tyson's career. By then, he was no longer the unstoppable young champion who terrorized the heavyweight division in the 80s. Age had set in, the weight was heavier, and the fire burned differently. But there was one thing that time could never strip away: his devastating power.
Tyson's respect right away and set the tone. Tyson's going for everything right here. And now they both go.
Way outside or way inside. Anywhere else, he's in danger.
Oh, there it is, right hand to the head, and ATN's down. 3, 4, 5, 7.
If you enjoyed these legendary knockouts, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're always first in line for the next breakdown. Now it's your turn. Which Tyson knockout do you think was the most savage of them all? Drop your pick in the comments. I want to hear it.